the first, again, rapid fire, first thing that popped into my head was my little Speedo for Rocky Horror.
I literally knew you were
Uh,
gonna say
I
that.
don't know. It was like it's like like I said, I'm a arrogant douchebag who loves attention. It was fun to run around in my underwear.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Off to Broadway, the podcast where we deep dive into anything and everything musical theater. I'm Tara.
I'm Stefania.
And in today's episode, we have a very exciting guest today. You might know our charming guest from the Stratford Festival, Shaw Festival, or the Hallmark Channel, to name a few.
He had a huge 2025 starring in The Remount of Natasha Pierre and The Great Comet of 1812 last summer, then Bright Star in the fall, and now he's playing William Shakespeare himself in the all-Canadian production of *And Juliet*. Please welcome to the podcast, George Krissa.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for being here and taking time out of your busy week on a show day. The last time we chatted was opening night of *And Juliet*. And now, a few months later, how's everything been going with the show?
We're having a great time. It's because so much of this show, especially the William and Anne roles in it, is the relationship with the audience. So having that time in front of the audience to feel where things sit, to feel where things land, has been so it's been so much fun to explore that and kind of let that settle. So now a month post opening, it's really settled and we're in a really nice place and having just a blast of a time.
Yeah, I actually told Steph because we saw it on opening night together. We'll get into it, but we love this show. I've seen it 7 times now. Between Toronto
I win.
original
I've
run.
seen it 60 something times. So.
But yeah, between Toronto original run, we saw it once in New York, and now I've seen it twice. And I said to Steph, because I actually saw it last Saturday with one of my friends, and I said everybody has settled so nicely into their roles, which is so great to see. And I only imagine, it's going to be on stage all the way through the summer, so I can't wait to see it again and to see everybody continue to settle into those roles.
Yeah, well, it's so funny, when you're coming up towards opening, it's really, you don't really have that much time to let things settle, and the pressure feels pretty high because there's all the people that hired you, all the people that you want to hire you, and they're all coming to see it, and they're all we're actors. We want to be good. We want people to think that we're good. So when all that pressure comes up, you do your best and you do what you believe it to be. But when all that's gone, it's when the actual fun starts. Because I don't care much for openings because of all of the stress of that. Because the fun of musicals, the fun of live theater is the run, the getting to do things over and over again. So you kind of work a little section for a while and then that starts to feel good. And then you work this and then this kind of pops up. And so you can just kind of play around because there's so much show to live in and there's so much things to discover, so many things to discover. So the post opening bit is the best part.
And I feel like having a run like this is such a luxury in Toronto, in Canada, to be able to get this kind of time to settle in. I feel like in Toronto or Canada, everything's over before it even started, it feels like.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, completely. And that was what was such a great surprise about the first time we did Comet was that it we were only supposed to do it, I think 50 or 60 times, and we ended up doing 150 or something like that before we transferred. And and so to with the exception of the festivals, you don't get those runs here.
Yeah.
And even at the festivals, you're only doing it 4 times a week because it's split with another show. So you don't get the repetition of 8 times a week, with in front of that many people. Even the house size at the Royal Alex is 1,200 people or something like that. And there's no substitute for the experience of that. You can't. The only way to do it is just to feel it out in the actual space.
We're going to come back to Comet. We're going to come back to *And Juliet, but we have to start this the way that we start all of our interviews. So What is your earliest memory of theater?
My earliest memory? So the first show I ever saw was the touring production of Les Mis in like 1993. No, it would have been 91 maybe. I was 3 years old.
That's very
And
young, George.
yes, no, I know. And it's like my mom took my family, like my parents took me and my sister to see it. It was at the Jubilee Auditorium in Edmonton. It was like a 3-hour drive from our farm in Elk Point, Alberta. And she was fully expecting to have to take me out when I got fussy and go sit in the lobby or whatever, but I didn't. She said I like
Wow.
sat like on the edge of my seat and watched the whole thing. And I do have like, you know, how when you're little you have like very limited memory of things, but like I do remember seeing it. I remember that feeling of seeing it, and that's kind of my earliest memory. And fun fact, when I was at Shaw, I was telling that story about seeing this thing. That's kind of like what sparked my love of theater. And Jay Turvey was like, "What year would that have been?" And I was like, "Oh, 91." He was like, "I was in that." And so was
Wow.
Jane Johansson, and they were both in Brigadoon.
Wow.
We were all in Brigadoon together, and yeah, they were in the show that kind of sparked my love of theater. And I got to work with them, which was like
And then you get to
amazing.
collaborate.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So I
Les
told
Mis
you I was
was
a talker.
also-
Like this is probably like
No,
a
no,
rapid
this
fire
is
question.
great.
I'm like,
Please. Les Mis was also one of the first musicals that I saw, but I was scared of the gunshots when I was like 8 years old.
Wow.
So
oh yeah, no, I love the drama.
you're like, I want to be Gavroche. That is,
Yeah,
I
I was
want to
like,
be
that's
that little
me.
kid on the stage.
Yeah.
So we've said you've had this kind of incredible past year,
Mhm.
but let's flash back to the original run of Comet at Crows.
Yeah.
This, I think, was the first time we saw you perform, and along with the entire city of Toronto, just kind of became obsessed with It Feels Like That show. Every week we would get a new email in our inbox being like, "Great Comet extended again."
Yeah.
And just every week we're sending each other a screenshot and laughing. But it was so exciting because I don't know, I just wanted to tell everyone about it and to go see it. What did you know about Great Comet before you were in it, and how did kind of that come about?
I heard about it the way that you hear about anything, like from New York, where it's, you know, I heard about it. I heard a couple of songs, and to be quite honest, I wasn't obsessed with it like everybody else was. I thought it was a cool show, but like I didn't get it. To listen to the soundtrack, like it's hard to translate the experience of the show from the music. And so I didn't when I when it was in New York, I didn't really think much of it. And they were auditioning for it pre-COVID, like in 2019, because it was supposed to happen then, and I didn't get an audition for it. They didn't even
Wow.
they weren't even gonna, yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, they weren't even gonna see me. Like, you know, it's fine, that's how this goes. And so when it came back, I heard that they were auditioning for it, and like as far as I know, they still weren't planning to see me. And Haley Gillis, who played Natasha, put my name forward, and he's like, "Well, what about George?" And
wow.
I got like the material the day before my audition, so I learned the 3 or 4 songs like that day, and I went in and crushed it.
But
Yeah, I believe
seriously,
you.
we could not imagine anybody else
Who else
in
was
this
gonna do
role.
this?
Thank you. Yeah, no, and like I love auditions. I think that they're really fun, and like I get to kind of do my own thing, and it's like it's the kind of music that's so satisfying to sing. And you know, since doing it, it's one of my it is probably my all-time favorite theater experiences. Like it was so uh I learned so much about myself as a performer, about audiences, about relationships with audiences, about like just watching Haley and Evan and Louise and Divine and Lawrence and Camille and Vanessa and everybody. Um, like the entire cast was so good. Like
Unbelievable.
I couldn't believe that I got to watch the best of the best do what they do every night. I just like it was such an enormous gift. And like to work with Chris Abraham, who's who was already one of my favorite directors, and to see the level of detail that he puts into his work and as to why it's so good is because of the detail that he puts in. It was amazing. It was just the best. It was more than I could have ever asked for.
We saw the Crows run twice, closer to the end, and then we were so excited when it kept extending, and then we ended up rushing that final show because we wanted to be there so badly at Crows. And I would say, like, it made so many of our like number ones on top 10 lists when we saw it. It's such an incredible production. So twice at Crows, twice at Mirvish. Steph saw it one more time after that. We sat on stage for one of the shows, which we'll get back to in a second. But I just think about like how incredibly intimate and immersive the Crows run felt. And I'm just curious because like watching you do that the first time, and then we obviously were like, everybody has to see this. You were like sitting on people's laps. You were in the audience. You and Haley had a kiss like right beside us, which we will think about that forever because it was so incredibly exciting to be in the room. When it did transfer to like the bigger space, like how did you adapt to make sure that it still like kind of felt intimate for those people that sat on stage, for the people that were in the front row, and like, you know, it's a big theater.
Yeah, it's funny. That was the big question I think that we all had, that the audience, like that people that wanted to see it again had, was how is that intimacy going to transfer to such a big theater? Because, you know, at Crows we had 200 and something people, so it was intimate. It really was. It was just it was small. And at the Royal Alex, there's 1,000 more people there. That's bigger than the town I'm from. Like that's a lot of people. And it's bigger than the town I'm from. That's crazy. I just put that together. And so like what was really fun about the Crows production was that I kind of made it a point to look at everybody in the audience in the eyes at least once. And I could do that because, you know, you spend so much time in this little room and the lights are up so you can see everybody and
can confirm you did do that. So
did I? Yeah. I tried to, because it was like that's the fun of the connection. Like that's the it's hard to try and make people come on board with essentially a villain. Because like, you know, you don't think of yourself as a villain, but I'm the main antagonist of the thing. And so yeah, it was like at Crows I got to look at every single person in the eye and form some sort of connection with them. And even like within the audience interaction bit, there's a lot more freedom because I had the whole room to choose from.
Right.
And like, you know, there's a bit where you say first you have to sit down, and I got to sit on people's laps or in between people, or I got to choose where I went, and it was really like a choose your own adventure. And that was what was so fun about it.
I think when we went, Steph, correct me if I'm wrong, there was like an older lady in the audience and she kissed you on the cheek.
Oh my gosh. It was like it was amazing. It was so much fun, and it was different all the time. I got kisses on the cheek. Some people wanted to be really chatty and talk back, and like you can't engage because then all of a sudden it becomes a thing. And so like you just gotta like just like keep it moving and shut it down. Sometimes I had to shut it down really fast because you know you have to keep hold of the thing or it'll take off so fast. It'll get out of you. It'll get away from you so fast. And so that was really exciting, and I loved that. I loved not knowing what was going to happen. It's thrilling. And then when we moved to the Alex, the feel of that, I really tried to keep kind of the same, but it wasn't possible. So like it was a little bit more set, like how that worked, like where I sat was more set, like it was just a little bit because I think what did I do? Oh yeah, I would sit on the railing instead of in between people, which was like fun, but I didn't get to make it up every time because it was literally the only place in the whole house that everyone could see. Because if I sat in between people on the stage, there was like 30% of the house that wouldn't be able to see it, and then you know there's a whole bunch of people that don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, like that bit had to change. And I was in the house less, so that had to change. But like it was just a really fun challenge. I've been talking for so long now that I don't remember what the question was.
No, you answered
What
it.
did I say about talking
Yeah,
too
you got
much?
it.
We'll tell you on opening night of Comet, we sat in one of those little boxes at the front, on the front of the stage.
Okay.
And so during the abduction, Vanessa Sears came and grabbed me, and I got to dance with her. And George, I danced with you on opening night on
On
stage.
opening night,
I
that
know
was
you don't
opening night
remember
was a
me.
blur.
And it's kind of one, like, I don't know, I don't go on stage very much anymore at
Yeah.
all. So like the lights are so intense, it's so crazy, and just, you know, you're standing there, you're dancing, and then all of a sudden you like turned and looked at me, and I was like, oh my god, this is so. And I was like, this is
And
so
I was
scary.
left in the dust in the box.
I was like, yeah.
Oh no, not in the
No, I'm kidding.
dust.
I'm kidding.
And so I don't even know if there's a question there, but just like that kind of the spontaneity of the different interaction, having a new scene partner every night. You kind of answered it in just the question you did about like different people wanting to like go in different directions and try not to go off the rails.
It was so fun too, that like even just thinking about dancing with people, I think I when I did the math, like I danced with over 1,000 people, like just throughout both runs. And or maybe no, it was like just about 1,000.
It was memorable. Like, it's okay.
It was you're very memorable. I remember it was opening night, and we danced together. I looked at you. But yeah, like some people were super like didn't want to dance. Some people really want some. There's a couple of times at the Alex that I like they wanted to do a solo. Like I went up to dance with someone, and she was just she didn't even need me there. She was just like ready to do her own thing. Like she was auditioning for Juliet. Like it was it was hilarious and like great fun. And like what was really great about that is and why I love that so much is like everyone has had their own experience with the show, and like what I love about art and musicals is like the ability to make people feel something, whether it's excitement or joy or sorrow, or like it's like a cathartic release. Like you get to make people feel something, and to you know, even a little titillation. Like when I came out with my shirt off in both runs, like the amount of comments that I got on that, good or bad, was like you made people well no it's like but like you made people feel something, like you gave them an experience, and that's like, and I think that's the real gift of theater, is that this is happening right in front of you, and it like there's something palpable about that energy exchange, if that makes sense. And
I mean, after my parents you received very high praise from my father, so keep that in mind as well.
Specifically the shirtless scene.
Yeah, which is so funny because there's like people are like, oh, you know, that show that you hung out with your shirt off all show, and you're like, that whole thing lasted about a minute and a half.
I was gonna say maybe less.
It was so fast, but it was like the thing that I got the most comments on. So you know, I'll take it. I love attention, obviously. So it was
when we had Haley on, she said that about you too.
She
I love attention.
She said, don't give George a compliment, because then he's just gonna keep going and going and going.
Yeah, no, it's true, and I'm not even sorry about it. I have no apologies.
Just like one more thing about like being in the box, it almost felt like we had like when you go to a theater, you have a unique experience, every person in the audience, but being in the box, I felt like even more unique experience, just because everyone's like looking at you, eye contact with you, or coming into the box and like telling you something. And you're just like, whoa, like that part of this performance is like just for us. Like it's not for everyone. Like it's like just for us. And that was like part of what was really
cool. That's what I loved too about specifically the Crows version, was that for us on stage, and I think more so for the audience, like it felt that you were like almost a voyeur in someone's experience, that you were like watching something that perhaps you weren't supposed to see, and like that level of like excitement, I think is a big part of why it affected people so much, was because you know, like it was this thing that you were peering in on, and
Yeah.
that you were complicit with. Like you were complicit with this this woman's downfall, basically. Like you were participating in it. You were enjoying it, and then it all comes
And rooting
crashing
for it
down,
in some ways,
and
like
then
rooting for
yeah, and you're
this
like
rape
rooting for this
and
thing,
takes
and
it
then
away.
yeah, and then it ruins your life basically, and so it was just like this whiplash of emotions
Hmm.
that we all kind of got to experience together. So I think yeah, it was just it was an amazing time.
Yeah, we loved it so much. We would if it ever came back, like we would drop everything to see it again. We literally told everybody to see it. Like we were so obsessed with it. It was such an amazing
Oh, thank you.
production. But from Comet, you
Mhm.
then jumped right into Bright Star, basically,
Yeah,
off Mervish. This was a co-production with one of your Comet
yeah.
co-stars, Garner Theater Productions. Um, so this kind of like Comet 2, another show where you played instruments on stage.
Mhm.
Do you find that comfortable having a guitar on stage with you? Like, how do you feel about that
Well,
element?
I in terms of like guitar playing ability, it's hard to be on stage with like real musicians because they set the bar so high. Like everyone in Bright Star specifically and Comet really were so good at their instruments, and I'm okay at best. Like I can play decently well when I'm sitting still, but running around is a different story. And like especially
Lots
when I
to
can have the music in front of me. Was that?
lots to think about. So many
Yes,
Yeah.
songs
exactly. And when I can have the music in front of me, it's fine. But like having it, so I I enjoy the challenge of it, but um it's it's hard. It's a hard thing to do. And like that score, Bright Star, that was the Broadway orchestrations and they made no edits.
Oh
And so
wow.
it was like we were playing what pit musicians have their music in front of them doing sitting still. Like and we memorized it and we're running around doing choreography and trying to tell a story. So it was a huge challenge, and we only had 2 weeks to put it together. Like
Wow.
it was an enormous task, and thank goodness, like for the preparation and for the hard work of everybody in that show, because it was a really really tall order, and everyone really really put their hearts into it, and uh, getting to work with Kaylee Harwood, who is just an absolute just beacon of talent. Like
Mm.
she's unbelievably good,
Yeah.
and she's just that good all the time, which is just annoying. Like who's that good? It's like Haley. Like why are you get out of here with that? Like what are you doing?
Anytime we see her in something, we know we're in like good hands.
You're in good hands, and like just like the singing, the acting, like the whole thing of it, the attention to detail, it's just amazing. It's amazing.
Mhm. Speaking of Kaylee Harwood, what was the favorite song that you guys got to perform together during the show? Do you have one?
I had a vision.
Yeah.
Mm.
I loved singing that with her. Um, because the harmonies were so beautiful. It's such a um it's such a heart-wrenching moment. Like it's kind of the moment that she I guess I can give spoilers because the thing is done now. Like it's the moment that she finds out that the child that she's been looking for, she believes to be dead, like, and not just dead, like like thrown off a train in this like horrific moment that she's been searching
I,
for 20 years.
I knew that was coming, and yet I was still shocked when
I didn't, and I was
I thought,
definitely shocked.
You're like, you're like, whoa, whoa,
I was like,
whoa,
wait,
whoa,
wait,
whoa.
wait. What's
Wait,
going
wait.
on here?
Am I
well,
being
even like
punked?
Googling, like, is this real?
Yeah, like, was the baby in that suitcase?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this, and so and just the song is really beautiful, and the harmonies are beautiful, and she's just like so present and just like heartbreaking to watch. So I think that was my favorite song to sing with her. Yeah.
What I mean, if we're moving, so now we're going from Bright Star, let's say to Angela. Did you have a break between any of these shows? Have you?
No, well, I had a little bit of time in between Comet and Bright Star, thank goodness, because I got really sick. Like
Oh gosh.
Mm.
everyone in Comet was kind of getting something towards the end, and I was able to hold it off. But it got me. It got me real good for that week in between. So I was like, I had a week off, but I used it to be sick.
Oh.
And then Bright Star and Juliet overlapped by about 2 weeks.
Wow.
So I was rehearsing in the afternoon and then doing Bright Star at night. And so that's been
Wow.
going on since then. So I'm a little tired.
Very tired.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like you're tired. Like, honestly, so let's move to Anne Juliet. So as I
Yeah.
said at the beginning, like, we are such huge fans of this show. When we heard that it was coming back with an all Canadian cast, we were so excited. And then seeing, some of our favorite people, so many past guests of this podcast attached to it, was just like such an exciting time for us. Shakespeare, I mean, here's the thing. Anatole is like a made to be role for you, but I think Shakespeare is also a meant to be role for you. Kind of same kind of question as we asked for comment, like, what was your relationship to Anne Juliet, if any, before you auditioned for the show?
Well, so Brian, my partner, saw it in London in 2019, like before it even came to Toronto.
Wow.
He loved it. He saw it in London, loved it. It was like, you have to be in this show. I was like, okay, yeah, what am I going to go to London? Like, sure, okay, great, I'll be in it. And he loved it so much that he went back the very next day. Like, while he was at the theater, he bought a ticket for the next day.
That feels like something we would do,
Yeah.
and maybe something we
Well,
have done.
He's the biggest. He's such a big, like, he loves theater, and he's seen literally everything, and it's got great taste. So when he said it was amazing, I trusted him. And then it came through here. I didn't get an audition for it because I think they had already cast.
It's like the pre-Broadway.
Yeah, and so like
I had most of the principal cast. I think.
Yeah, and so like the principal cast was cast, and I'm not a good enough dancer to have covered anything, so it was like, whatever, it's fine. And then whenever it came back, I was like, sure, like, great, yeah, I got an audition for it, and I went in and did my first call, and it was good. And then for my last two callbacks, this was like I guess January of 25, this time last year. But then I had a quite a significant chest infection and sinus infection, so I was like sicker than a dog, but I did my auditions anyways and had fun. Like again, it's just the kind of sits in my arrogant villain wheelhouse. And so I had a really good time, and I got it. So I was really excited to be able to play around. And like I didn't know about Bright Star yet, but I had already knew we were doing comments. So I was like, fantastic. I get to afford some canned soup for a while.
Should you move into the Royal Alex? Like, maybe you should just live there.
Well, what's funny? Like, even the dressing room, like, everyone's like moved in and like they have like all their fancy things and their design and their lights in the wall and pictures and seats and seating, and it's like I have such a boy dressing room. There's like a box of Cheez-Its and a used paper towel. Like that's it.
Right.
It's going to take me 2 seconds to pack up. No, I'm like
Is it the same dressing room or is it a different one?
I'm in the same dressing room. Yeah.
Wow, so you could actually like move in a little bit.
yeah, I should. It was I'm in the same dressing room as I was last time, but the first time I shared with Marcus Nance, and this time I'm in a room with David Silvestri.
Nice.
Yeah.
We don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't seen the show. I mean, who's listening to this who hasn't seen it?
I know,
like, our
especially this
knows.
podcast. We talk about it every other day.
But your entrance at the beginning of the show is pretty iconic. Take us back to the first preview and like how it felt to kind of make that entrance for the first time.
Well, so the first like week of shows, it stalled. It kept stalling. Did y'all see one of the ones where it stalled?
Opening night, we were like,
opening night, friggin'. So yeah, like
but you climbed out.
I did, yeah, because like it's like it's one of those things where like if it didn't come up at all, you could keep the surprise.
Right.
Like it like you're hidden. You close the little gates, you walk out, they fix it, you can go do the thing. This, it like came up like to Head and Shoulders, which is like the most like well, here I am. And so like there's no way to save it, so I just like crawled out, because what are you gonna do? Like it's so much more eggy to just sit there as like a as like the bust of a person. um and so yeah, but like it's such a bomb ass entrance to
It's
like
so
come
fun.
up, and I get to see people's reactions, because a lot of, most people haven't seen it, so they don't
Yeah.
know that that's happening. It's so cool. It feels awesome. Like the entrance in Comet felt really cool too. Both of them, like the first time, because I came through the audience and like I was
Mhm.
backlit, so you could see the shadow get smaller, which was really cool.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then the second time they like flew out the thing and I got to kind of walk forward. So I've had some cool entrances in my life, but this is the first time that it was like that awesome.
Yeah, just a little dry ice and a fun
Ah,
little toaster pop. Like, what more could you ask for?
what could you ask for? I love the fog. It's so
It's so
cool.
good. It's
So
so
cool.
good.
When we heard it was coming, we were worried that we wouldn't have the lift because I don't know.
Yes.
They don't
Mhm.
always, they don't always do
Well,
it.
yeah, there's a few different versions of the show. Like I think the tour doesn't have
Yeah.
either, they don't have the lift or the revolve, or both. I think
I don't think they have
I
either.
think it's
I don't
both. Yeah, I think you're
yeah, I
right.
think it's both. I think
I would be
so
depressed if it didn't have that.
yeah. And so like this one, I think we have the Toronto version has less, has like the tour cast, like the amount of people that's on the tour, but on the Broadway set. So we have the
Oh.
lift, we have the revolve, we have all of that. But like two or three less people
Mm.
Mhm.
than the Broadway version.
I mean, speaking of the cast, like Comet, this cast is stacked, like from
Stacked.
top to bottom. So
Yeah.
many, as I said, past guests of this podcast, reunion with your great Comet co-star, Vanessa Sears.
Yes.
What's it been like getting to perform with this like insanely talented crew of people?
I feel incredibly lucky to get to perform with these people. In everything that I've like, especially this past year, like between Comet and Bright Star and this, um, the amount of talent in this country is absurd. And we don't like what's really nice lately is that we've been doing billing. Like we've been putting people's names on advertisements and on top of things, and like
Yeah.
on the front of the theater says Vanessa Sears is a star, which she is.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice that people are getting to associate everyone's names with this amazing work that people are doing, because we don't really have a star system here, so we don't
Mhm.
really get to celebrate just what extraordinary talent we have. And to get to see the level of artistry and commitment up close every day from everyone across the board, no exceptions, is so, I feel so lucky.
I would
Mhm.
say like the second time seeing this iteration of it, watching you and Julia McClellan together, like that woman is unbelievable. And seeing you guys do what you're doing is just like, it's such a joy to watch on stage.
She like just again, just the artistry, the professionalism, the voice, the choices, like the commitment. It's just it's she's amazing. And like and she's like a true triple threat.
Yeah.
Like dancer, singer, like actor. Like she could lead anything. There's a reason that she's been in everything. This is the reason that this is her fifth Mervis show. There's a reason that she's been on Broadway. She's extraordinary.
Mhm.
Same with Vanessa. You
Yeah.
know, like there's a
Yeah.
reason that she's Vanessa Sears.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because like
Sears is a star, like she is.
she's a star. Like they all are. Everyone is. Like it's it's just it's amazing that we have this talent here, and that we're starting hopefully to promote it a little bit, because
Yeah.
people have followings, like instead of saying, oh, so and so's production of this, you're like, no, these people that you love from these other shows are also in this.
100%.
It's I think that's really important, and I think that I think that it's something that we should put a little bit more energy into.
we campaign for this on the daily basis.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's always more exciting to us when there's an announcement, oh, it's a Canadian production, because then it means we get to see our friends,
Yeah.
our, you know, people that we're fans of who we've seen in a million shows before, just get a chance to, like, I don't know,
Shine.
revisit them. And
Yeah.
it like keeps the theater economy of Toronto, of Canada going, which is
Yeah, exactly. And I think like what I think that Canadians do so well, because we don't have the the scope of industry in this country that, you know, that they do in the States, is that there's so many talented people and so many less jobs, so fewer jobs. And so th- the the care that we take and the pride that we take in doing them, because they're harder to get and they're harder to hold on to, and the amount is less, like we Canadians do such a like there's just the care.
pride,
Do
like
you know what I
the,
mean? Like the pride and like the the commitment throughout the run. Like
Yeah.
runs don't get tired here because people care. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. There's no taking it for granted of
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we don't take it for granted here.
Do you have a favorite song to perform in the show?
Well, I wish that I had more songs.
It's so true. That's so
You know what?
I have two.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, you know, he's chilling.
I'm chilling. I get to like I run around and tell a lot of jokes, but like I only sing, like I sing a few things throughout the show, but I do Larger Than Life and Can't Stop the Feeling, and those are kind of like my big moments. But I want to
Excuse me,
sing
the
all of
boy
them.
band. Excuse me.
Yeah,
boy
I would say our
band.
favorite
This
part.
is boy band, but like I have like two
The boy
lines
band.
in it. Like I'm
No,
You're integral. You're integral.
I'm
Let's
so
tell George our
selfish.
actual favorite Shakespeare moment, which is Carriage Driver.
Yeah, show me love.
God bless. On a little bicycle.
Yeah, in the hat.
And the hat, the gigantic mushroom hat. I feel like Toad from Mario Kart.
Okay, well then on the flip side, do you have a favorite song to watch from the wings?
It's My Life.
Amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love it. It's so funny. It's so funny. The
What an
entrance is
entrance.
so great. Like
Speaking of
David
entrances,
is fantastic.
so good.
It's so like it's just such a good number. It's such the dancing, the lighting, and the dancing in this show, like the players are just awesome.
Mhm.
They're awesome. Yeah, so good. Love that number.
And Juliet is such a champion for inclusivity. What does it mean to be a part of a show where so many people get to see themselves on stage?
It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's funny to be the again, the antagonist of this, you know, because I am the obstacle for May and for Juliet, and it's like, you know, as a gay artist myself, it's you don't get to see that in this way very often, because like it's not what I love so much about this show is that no one's a victim,
Mm-hmm.
and that nobody is like they're not nobody's identity is ever like pointed at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like this specifically, it's so great that everyone gets to be kind of a champion of their own journey and their own story, and like it's great to see that, and like the feedback that we get from the audience, like just supports that what we're doing is important, and like the feedback that we get online, and Matt, who plays May, especially the feedback that they get from the audience and support and the fan pictures and the fan art, like that is something that really connects with people. And that's just, it just proves how important that is.
100%. This is a show that has such an incredibly loyal fan base, and it's nice to see that like return to this city, because I feel like we got it a lot with Six as well. I always think about, we talked to Julie about this when people were trying to hit their like swing bingo card, and I feel like and Juliet is kind of the same. You want to see every person get to shine in these roles.
Yeah, well, and like for all the cover, for all of the friends too, like the in Anne Juliet world, the ensemble is called Players, and the principals are called friends, just so that it's not there's no
Oh.
hierarchy. So the coverage for all the friends is just it's like it feels like you get to see a little like special feature. It's like you're watching like a different version of a show because what's really great about and like what's really great about how it was put together was everyone's really encouraged to find their own versions of this. It's not like there was a cookie cutter way of delivering things, of interpretation. Like we were really encouraged to find our own version. Like even within the costumes, like they're kind of a little bit more tailored to who we are and how we move. And so the same is true with the coverage. Like every one that you see will be a completely different interpretation, which is so exciting. It's so exciting to watch.
Before we let you go, we know you have a show in like 2 hours. We do have a little bit of a rapid fire for you. So this is called Personality Test Drive. So the first question is, if you're on a road trip, what cast recording are you listening to?
Cast recording. Oh, this is rapid fire. Jesus Christ, Superstar.
Just great.
Very good.
What is a movie you would turn into a musical?
Oh, Bridesmaids is the first thing that came to my head, but like,
okay,
sure, why not?
Fun. Favorite composer?
You know, hot take, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
That's okay. We
like,
are fans of ALW.
I don't get the like, oh, he's just like, I'm like, are you kidding? The songs that he writes are brilliant. They're brilliant, and they are lasting. Like, oh my gosh, I just saw Sunset Boulevard, and I didn't know anything about the show. Like last year, I guess I saw it, and
the New York one, like the Broadway one. We saw it too.
Pin you to your seat. Good, like
so good.
That's and no score has ever sounded better than
get out of here.
Or in the same
those reorchestrations for that version specifically were unbelievable.
Are you kidding? Yes, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yes, he writes a bop. Yes, yes, of course he does. Anyways,
that's great.
What is your favorite costume you've ever worn?
Oh, the first, again, rapid fire. First thing that popped into my head was my little Speedo for Rocky Horror.
I literally knew you were gonna say that.
I don't know. It was like it's like like I said, I'm a arrogant douchebag who loves attention. It was fun to run around in my underwear. I grew up as a competitive swimmer, so I'm used to being in a Speedo. And so it was fun. It's really fun. And it's sparkly. I had a little sparkly little butt.
Not to go off topic, but have you seen the cast for the upcoming Broadway Rocky Horror?
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Rachel Dratch, I'd see her in anything.
Yeah. So funny.
Character you've played that's most like you? Oh, stumped.
Like, I think, like, okay. I think what's really fun about getting to play roles is that you get to bring yourself to them. So I feel like everything that I've got to do is the most like me. Like, what was fun about Anatole was like, I can be a bit of a cad. I can be so like I got to bring myself to that. Like with same with Shakespeare. Like I get to be like the arrogant version of myself, and you know, in that my Hallmark stuff in Bright Star, I got to be a lover, and I'm a bit of a romantic. So like I'll say that like there's nothing that I've done that I have felt like has been particularly far away.
That's a cop-out, but we'll accept it.
Okay. I'm like everything I've ever done. I'm amazing.
Okay, where is your favorite spot to sit in the theater?
Oh, like to watch a show?
Yeah.
Oh, like if there's a balcony, like kind of center balcony, like in the front, because you get to see the whole stage picture, and faces. Yeah.
Great. Favorite show that you've never seen?
that I've never seen. That I've never seen live. I've never seen Company, but I would love to. That's one of my dream shows to do. What they're doing right now at Talk is Free, which I'd love to see, but I don't know. Think I
We
can.
saw it a few
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh, this is so good! What a
Very
cast! Oh
good.
my
Yeah, it was
gosh.
great. It was great.
And favorite show that I've never seen. Oh, Last 5 Years.
Hmm.
I've never seen
We
it.
just did that in Toronto too.
Yeah. Yeah, Steffi D and this new fella Nicholas something. It sounds
Mhm.
great. I've seen some videos. It sounds awesome. So I hope
This is
I
awesome.
don't think I get to see it, but I love
You're busy.
Steffi D too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just a little bit busy.
Yeah, I'm like it doesn't give you a lot of breathing room to like see stuff, does it?
No.
Unfortunately,
I
all
mean, more
shows
like
have
Monday
the
night
same
shows.
schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, we're bring back Monday shows.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite score.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow, he
it's
really
so
is an
good.
ALW super fan.
Oh, it's just so good. Like the everything about it, like the instrumentation, the melodies, it's just so it's so passionate.
Yeah.
Love it. Ugh.
And finally, a guilty pleasure musical.
Like I've always loved Rent. I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I don't feel guilty about anything ever.
Fine.
I proudly own all of my choices. But so no, I love Rent. I think that the music is killer, and I know that that's like a bit of like a show, but I love
I
it.
also proudly love Rent, so
I'm like,
I'm
what?
with you.
I don't get this like hating on shows thing. You're like, then don't listen to it. You don't like it, then don't listen to it. Like, why are you yucking my yum? Leave me alone.
Good. That's good. Yeah, we should take that.
It's great.
Yeah, no, it's great. And guilty pleasure. Yeah, I think that's like I don't listen to a ton of shows, but
Mhm.
I think that's kind of my
That's the one.
my personal one. Since I was a kid, I loved that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can people follow you, George?
You can follow me on Instagram at George Krissa, all one word, lowercase, and yeah, you can see a bunch of arrogant gym selfies. Which who are you most like? All of that's why do I play so many arrogant characters? Who are you most like? Well,
When they're casting, they're just like scrolling to the Instagram. They're like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. And they're like,
Perfect.
see this. Yeah.
yeah.
And Juliet is on stage at the Royal Alex Theatre here in Toronto until July 5th. For now, we'll see what happens, I guess. But exciting news to us, there's a sing-along on May 1st. We are
Yeah.
hoping to be there. So if anyone is listening, like tickets are on sale now. So go get that.
Oh, you better be. Yeah, you better be there. It's gonna be fun.
I think we'll be there.
We're working on it. And thank you so much, George. We know it's a show day, but this was such a pleasure to talk to you. We've honestly like been a fan from afar for so long. So it's
my
nice to
gosh.
actually, not speak face to face, but speak via computer.
Yeah, no, I'm so thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Like
Thank you.
I've seen my friends on your podcast, and I love what you do, and it's so nice to have people engage with your work because like I love what I do. I love telling stories. I love being on stage. I love musicals. I love theater. I love the whole thing of it, and to have people enjoy it really truly means the world. So thank you for doing this
Thank
and
you.
for coming to see our shows, and yeah, we appreciate it.
We've turned being fans into this really intense thing, but it's been kind of
No, I love it.
best.
Yeah. Oh, and I feel like for your podcast listener, I have to explain my black eye. I'm aware of it. It's fine.
Yes,
I
yes.
fell and smoked my face on a brick wall.
Wow,
no
we were
one
gonna
punched
not
me.
say anything, but
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah,
We're just
it was
gonna
just
let it go.
we're gonna let that go, but it is very cool. It is healing. It's fine. I'm gonna cover it up.
Yeah.
Put some makeup on it. It's all good.
Great.
Okay.
Well, have an amazing show.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having me.